Today we are talking about 5 ways that you can increase your client experience. So what that means is ultimately giving them a better experience will of course help them get better results, and it will help you get better case studies and client testimonials, which ultimately is more word of mouth and could yield more impact and more income. So let's dive in. I don't want to waste any of your time. Number 1, the first thing I want you to do is always start with the end in mind. So before a client comes into a container with you, whether that's group coaching, a course, a membership, or even just a PDF download that they're going to get, you want to think about the end in mind. So what is the ultimate transformation for this client? How do you want them to feel? What do you want them to walk away with? What's the transformation that's going to happen? And when you can start with the end in mind, it's sort of like seeing a bullseye on a dartboard rather than just throwing a dart blindfolded, right? So if you know where they want to go, then you can help them get there a little bit more effectively. So that is number 1. It's very simple, just starting with the end in mind on how you want them to feel, what is the result you want them to get. And then from there, it's building backwards. So knowing where we want it to look like, kind of like having a blueprint for a building. I'm just imagining like an architect. They draw out the blueprint first before they actually lay the foundation, before they put floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, and then the decorations inside. Number 2, what is your onboarding process? So I love this little quote or mantra, expectations equal experience. So when someone purchases something from you, no matter high ticket or low ticket, even if it's free, there's an expectation that happens immediately of what they hope is going to happen. One of the biggest mistakes that I see coaches make, especially during launch, is they'll launch something. They'll have open cart, closed cart. They'll shut the doors down. People will purchase from them. And after they purchase, that's it. They don't really hear anything. It's crickets. People will pay, and then days or weeks will go by before the program actually starts. So in your onboarding process, you want to make sure that you're eliminating something like that from happening. Think ahead, right? So even if it's free, even if the program starts tomorrow, I want you to think about expectations equal experience. How clear can you get? It's best if you can actually create a win or some sort of a mini transformation within the first 24 hours. Statistically, clients will stay longer with you simply by getting a win or transformation within the first 24 hours of even coming to your page. So again, it's not about purchasing things. Make them feel seen, heard, nurtured along the way, and giving them small, tiny little wins so that they don't feel that it was a waste of their time, of their money, of their energy, etc. Clean up your onboarding process, which brings me to another thing that you can do tactically, and that's creating a safe container. Creating a safe container is going to be huge. Now, we do this in all of our programs, even our Elite Mastermind. My first welcome call to a live coaching program, I go through a whole entire slide deck on how we create 4 walls virtually of a safe container with integrity, with psychological safety, with giving and receiving. Psychological safety can be broken really fast. So if someone in the group is talking poorly about someone else, psychological safety is gone. If somebody gives an idea in the group, so let's say I raise my hand, I have a question, I have a challenge, I'm struggling with something. Someone else says, I have an idea. And I say, okay, great, tell me your idea. And they tell me their idea, and I say, yeah, but I've already tried that. Or I know, I've done that before. I don't have to say like, yeah, you're an idiot, right? But by me saying, I've tried that, yeah, but it's not gonna work because I actually just basically said, you're an idiot. I've already tried that. Your opinion, your idea isn't good enough for me. That creates psychological unsafety. That person now feels that you literally just smashed the gift that they brought you. They brought you a gift and you opened it and you were like, oh, I have this already. That's what happens. So creating safety within a container is really, really important, and it takes practice. This is something that needs to be done consistently. If this is a live coaching program, every single call, it is your job as the leader to continue to foster that safety. So no talking about other people or coaches or bad experiences, no using names, right? We start every single call, we put all of our wins in the chat box. They don't have to be business or financial. Then when you unmute yourself in one of my programs, you must start speaking by saying a gratitude. And after you say your gratitude, then you can move into your question. This sets the tone. It's all about creating the container. Expectations equal experience, right? The 4th one is, what does your offboarding process look like? How do you make that client experience really fine-tuned and incredible? Do you just kick them out of the bird's nest and say, good luck, thanks for working with me, see you later until you pay me again? That's not the best client experience. Or do you release them out of that program and continue to nurture them? Do you have a free community for them to go? We do. All of our alumni from all of our programs have a free Facebook group that we host monthly workshops in for free. We email people when they graduate in Power. 12 weeks after graduation, you get an email every single week based on where we believe that you are in your course creation process. So for 12 weeks after graduation, you're literally hearing from us every single week. Hey, you're probably thinking about this. Check out this training. Here's a checklist. And then 90 days after graduation, you come back and we have a reunion call for free. We're constantly separating our email list to email just our alumni. We have an alumni newsletter that goes out once a month with just fun, exciting things. We shout out a client of the month. We shout out a coach of the month. We tell them all the fun things that are going on. We ask people to be on the podcast. We're continuing that offboarding experience when they're done. It's your job to think ahead. Doesn't mean you have to continue to sell them things, but how can you support them in the next step of their journey? You should know what their journey would look like. Giving them additional resources, letting them know other ways to work with you. You could even roll out an affiliate or a referral program. If they tell a friend or they have someone that joins, maybe they get a commission. That's a great way for them to include additional streams of revenue into their entire business model without having to actually then go and do anything with a client. Okay, the fifth and final thing, what is next? So with number 1, starting with the end in mind, number 5 is like an extension of number 1. What is next for them? Where are they going? What's their next goal? What's their next challenge? It's not about just selling them something else, but the customer experience is about you anticipating what they can't see. That's why people hire coaches and mentors. Can you help me see my blind spots? Can you help me plug the holes in my bucket where I'm leaking water? So can you anticipate what they cannot see yet? And then can you help point them into the direction that will best serve them? Okay, when you lock in on having an incredible client experience, when the expectations actually don't even meet the experience because the experience blows the expectations out of the water, that's when you get word of mouth referrals. That's when you get repeat customers. That's when the lifetime value goes up. That's when you make more sales. That's the magic. The client experience matters. Too many coaches are focused on getting people in and then they drop the ball. Do not over-promise and under-deliver. Do it the other way around. Under-promise and over-deliver. Give them checklists and markers. Communicate clearly. Give them wins and transformations. Shout-outs. Make them feel seen and heard. Teach in different ways. Share in different ways. Listen to what your clients are saying. Be open to removing your ego and really, truly listening to your clients. And at the end of the day, when your clients have a bomb experience, you're going to tell other people about it. They're going to come back for more. And you're going to feel really good about yourself because you know that you did everything in your power to make them have the best experience and their client results will show. So if you love this episode, take a screenshot, share it on social media, tag me at I am Jessica DeRose. Let me know what some of your favorite things were that you're going to start implementing. What is something that you learned today that you haven't been doing in your business that you want to integrate? Also, if you can, it would mean the world to me if you leave rating and review, because the more of those that you do, those 5-star ratings and those reviews, the more ears and eyeballs this gets in front of, which means we get to help more people. As always, cheers to your evolution.